La-di-da-di-da. Ooh, what's this? One day, while I was sitting at home playing some questionable games, I received a notification from a good friend. A new job offer. Thanks for looking out for me. So, I instantly downloaded the game and hopped right into the military carrier straight to Antarctica. It was a bit naive of me to think that we have been hired here to drive around a bit, take some pictures, and all around sightseeing. But I had forgotten to read the full extent of my contractual obligation. At least I'm here with Ethan and Panda. Let's see here. I found myself a grenade just lying around and...
Turn to me and say that again.
I'd take both of us down. Our first task here is to send some research file through the satellite network. Only problem is that the connection is down right now. The computer is a little buggy, but there are some interesting images on here showing some kind of infection. After learning what I can, I went to regroup with my friends and travel towards the satellite disk. Now, just like in a movie fashion, we decided that it's best to split up, forming a two-person team to repair while one of us stay behind to upload the information. Unfortunately, I have a distinct condition where I am unable to find where I'm going, and Panda does not know how to drive. So logically, we let Panda take the wheel. There are landmarks and paths marked by these red lights meant to guide you through the harsh blue winter. It would take us a couple of minutes to get there, but by then, the sun would have already gone down. What made it worse is...
We're almost out of fuel.
This segment is for you, Panda. Right here originally we were supposed to be heading to Base Camp 2, which is below the satellite disk. Then, after stopping to take a break, you drove off course with no red light in sight. You did, however, find your way back, but due to the point made earlier, I told Panda we were going backwards, which is the wrong way, by the way.
We are... I have no clue where we're at.
You are going backwards again! You're going back phase 1!
Oh, the way is that you took it! And I'm like, alright, I'll follow the other red path. And then he's like, oh no, you're going backward!
We tried to stay warm as the storm picked up, but flamethrowers appears to not be so effective. So now we must trek about 1,000 meters on foot just so we'd have a secure network to send our data over. But you wouldn't have to do all of that with today's sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have that yet. Finally, after an arduous march, we made it to Base Camp 2, allowing us to warm up and listen to some tunes over the radio. But to power up the rest of the camp, we had to find ourselves a generator and make some repairs. This is the core gameplay loop of Nuclear Nightmare. You travel to a marker, fix the generator, and do the task that is required of you. Do not mistake the lack of complexity for the lack of fear factor, because what the game does really well is using this fog filter similar to Silent Hill games. This technique creates a sense of atmosphere and makes the game look incredible since it hides the imperfection, leaving you with an illusion of realism.
I hear something.
I see it.
That spider thing got away. We were about to chase it down until it ran into the pitch dark. Deciding to cut our losses, we made our way to the satellite instead of wondering what that creature was. After all, there could be more of them out there, and Ethan was still back at Base Camp 1 alone. Taking the snowcat to the satellite, we flipped all 3 switches and successfully turned the internet on. Honestly, these tasks are incredibly easy when you consider the pay. As we headed back to Base Camp 2 and subsequently crashed the snowcat, we had to search for a damaged helicopter and take photos of it.
Is there a monster?
It's right behind us right now. Do not crash.
The creature sprinted for us, and I couldn't turn my head around to see. All I could do was hope that Panda does not crash. In a surge of panic, we scrambled to find another vehicle, or at least fight that thing that was chasing us. We decided to take a back-to-back approach just to gain a 360-degree field of view, and... Right behind you. Where are we heading to? Okay. If being left behind wasn't enough, it was done under the knowledge that something is out there trying to get us both. And while I understand the preservation of self is strong, I did not think he would actually drive off the instant the key hit the ignition. Lucky for me, I managed to find the helicopter we needed to take the photo of. But now the question remains. Do I make another march through the frozen wasteland or remain hidden in one of the capsules hoping that my friend would return? I chose the second option and huddled up for the night. It wasn't all bad. I had a heater beside me and a radio to keep me company. So far, these radios don't actually do anything. I also don't believe they share any lore as of right now, but the heaters in the capsules are both infinite and incredibly comfortable. So, if you ever do find yourself abandoned, then know that the embrace of the capsule remains an option. I'll be honest, I'm impressed he made it this far considering the amount of CTE he's collecting. Well, at least we are back together. But we were once again stuck without a vehicle, and before you ask me why we simply didn't reverse, it's because A, the vehicle ran out of fuel, or B, we were too scared at the time that it didn't come to our mind, or a mixture of both, but I digress. We continue our search for a functioning vehicle so that we can go back and regroup with Ethan. Remember him? Yeah, he's still by himself this whole time, probably playing some World of Warcraft since the internet was back on. Yep, that's him, right?
Panda? Is that you?
Yep.
No, that's fake you! I killed it.
It was a good thing Panda remained beside the snowmobile, but what this means is that there are monsters who mimics other players in order to get close to you. Who knows what would have happened if it actually did get close to us. For now, we've encountered at least 3 different kind of creature, with a mimic being the only one I understand. We quickly hop on a refueled snowmobile and leave the area for good, since our job here is done. We soon spotted a gas station alongside a strange shining room. Panda refueled our vehicle while I went and explored the shed, only to uncover 2 mysterious slabs and some kind of strange statue. And a vending machine for some reason. These machines gives you perks when drinking from them and are an example of a counterintuitive design. Take infection detection. Beepers can now detect infected humans, but also non-infected humans as well. The cold was getting to me, so I went back out and he's gone. Yep.
We're flying, Nightmare! We're flying!
You flying!
What do you mean?
You left me.
How?
Because you drove off!
How did I leave you?
I didn't get on yet, and you just drove
You
off.
said okay!
Oh my.
Stop saying okay!
Finally, at the underground silo, Panda went to repair the generator while I warm up down the stairs. I won't question how a single engine can keep the entire place functioning, but then again, I am not an electrical engineer and will not question this any further. As we descend and disarm a tripwire, I have to admire the architecture of this place. There was only one hallway where we could easily defend if we needed to, but there's something about a long hallway with no lighting mixed with the aforementioned fog filter gave me this feeling of dread. Inside the control room, we discover a laptop with 3 options on it, with the very first one catching my attention: nuclear. Upon clicking on it, we discover that there is a time limit of about 1 hour to complete our task before this place turns into a... Ethan was actually doing a lot of tasks by himself, meaning that he's been surviving the night without much of a problem, though we should probably still check up on him before he runs out of supplies. As for us, we took a picture of the corpse and left, but in classic Panda fashion...
Wow. I thought you
I don't even know how he did that, to be honest, but luckily there was another snowmobile beside the silo. At this point in time, we've actually completed our objective, and the government only required us to complete 4 out of the 10 tasks, but since we're completionists, we decided to stick around a little longer and clear the remaining 6 tasks together. I'm sure nothing can go wrong. We made a quick stop at the med bay to pick up an artifact, but it was more importantly to patch myself up, since I think Panda ran over my foot earlier or something. Night falls once again, marking our second night in Antarctica. It was pitch black out and we spent a bit of time car shopping before once again deciding on the snowmobile, the classic and reliable.
I mean, it makes sense. We're kind of driving in the open.
No, we didn't even start driving. What the fuck?
This time, I didn't let that creature crawl out of my sight and unloaded a couple of shells into his body. I ran to a safe spot with Panda so that we could at least mend our wounds and come up with a...
Are you okay? Are you okay?
He ran out the door. He's coming back!
I clipped him!
What the fuck? Where's the sniper at?
We both rushed to the snowcat and pushed our way through before any more of those things could come after us. As we were driving away, we heard over the radio that Ethan met some trouble. It was still dark out, and we were about 2,000 meters away from each other. He told us about 2 creatures banging on his room before... Radio silent. There were more monsters in the night, and they seemed to become increasingly aggressive the longer we stay here. Exploring the oil rig led me to believe that these people were researchers from before us. They must have uncovered some sort of ancient civilization or even aliens frozen in time. Whatever it is, I need to be careful in order not to become infected like the others.
No, Panda!
It was daytime, marking our 3rd day here in this hellish environment. Whatever that thing was that attacked me left me nearly dead. There was still a chance, a small glimpse of hope that I may still be safe from the infection. I had to be sure. I believed there was a temporary cure for these things. Finding a kid, I decided to draw some blood and burn it. I always thought that I could at least made it to the very end, or at least leave the island alive with both my friends. But seeing the truth before my eyes, I knew I only had one choice left. I confirmed the situation with Panda and told him he needed to do what must be done.
Sorry.
Despite still being in early development, I still have some critique. Beside the obvious game-ending bugs like flipping your vehicle on its side, which sucks you through the map, killing you instantly.
Oh, I'm under the car.
I fell through the...
Oh, I fell through the map.
The helicopter, while very interesting and fun to use, is borderline self-harm. It is incredibly fast and can get you from one place to another if that place is to personally meet your favorite god. To be fair, I have no idea why we gave the guy with a crashing record the driver's seat, but the controls are incredibly sensitive and one wrong move would turn you into cinder. The reward for escaping was a measly 500 point, which can get you about 1 or 2 good perks, and unfortunately, it's not even enough to buy yourself a new costume or emote. This game is not for everyone, but if you're a fan of running from point A to point B to do stuff, then you just might enjoy this. It has a lot of charm in its jankiness, and they just released a major base update. It's $7 on Steam, but if you're someone whose wallet consists of a pack of gum and some paper clips, then perhaps wait for a sale. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.